Baby. We are live. We are live on the YouTube. It's the C3 YouTube channel. um, I'm Ethan. I'm the recurring host of the C3 live streams. Tonight, I've got my buddy Carl here, Carl Lucas. Say hi, Carl.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And we got some drawing requests from the Instagram that we took uh, earlier this week, as well as the entries for our Draw This in Your Style challenge uh, that we put on the past month, I believe, and the deadline for it was yesterday. So we got a bunch of entries that we're going to go through and check out and give you a little preview of the potential winners. I think there's a winner. I'm not super up on that contest, but I'm pretty sure we are going to have a winner for that. Um, Let me go ahead and. So there's Carl's Instagram. I'll put mine up later. Um, but yeah, I'll actually put both of them in the comments, so you guys can check it out. I have not hard chosen my topic to draw tonight, so if there's any last minute suggestions that kind of pique my interest, throw them in the comments and maybe I'll pick it. But for now, Carl and I are gonna look at all these Draw This in Your Style entries and check them out and say nice things about them.
Right.
Let me see. Let me see here. Whoa. I'm just gonna share the entire screen. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So do I know who these are by? Yes, I do. They're at the bottom. All right, first up. Yeah, we got a BWH Comics. I believe that's Ben. Ben Wright Human. Um I'm trying to decide if I should read all the text or not, or just let people look. I'll read the text. Hey, has anybody seen the deer head for my new fursuit? Carl, you're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to laugh there, buddy.
I
There
was
we go.
observing. I was
Okay,
looking
yeah.
at the line quality
Yeah,
where
this
light
one's
and
fun.
shadow meet.
Yeah, this is cool. It's definitely different, and I like how you've kept like the the bubble, the speech bubble behind the deer's head, and like made it an actual speech bubble. So very cool. Um, See, this one I think should just be the new logo. Like I want this on a T-shirt. Carl, what do you think? What do you think of it?
I could see it on a white tee. I mean, I would rock that.
Sorry, I thought we had someone new in the stream. Um, who's this by? Ken Adams. I don't know if I know who that is, but if you're in the Discord, say hi so I know who you are. Yeah, just a little minimalistic pen drawing of this deer. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Um, we got another exec member. The Ben was the first one, but we got Kyle Windle. For those of you who know his Cornelius Armstrong series, you can see the obvious inspiration with this mustache. Um, it's I didn't even like look at the name. Like I knew it was Kyle just based off this.
Yeah, he's he's got a very distinct style. It's definitely tell it was Kyle's.
I wonder how he does these like it's like a watercolory texture almost. Do you see this like on the deer, like this texture?
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's warm. It gives,
Hmm.
warms my heart. It's whimsical.
Yeah, you can say
I'm
that
not
about
being
all of Kyle's
sarcastic. I mean
stuff.
that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Let's see. Let's see. Olivia's story, right? Yes. Uh, a little macabre, a little spooky time. Deer skeleton. It's pretty cool. I feel like deer skeletons are like the hardest skeleton to draw, or the skull. I mean, is the hardest skull to draw in the animal kingdom. What are your thoughts on that, Carl?
I enjoy it. I enjoy drawing deer skulls.
Mm.
I've drawn a lot of deer skulls.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah.
Why? Why have you drawn so many
I
deer
have a
skulls?
character. One of my comics. I've been working on Lola. There's a character named Zol, and
Hmm.
he is a demon deer head in some
Oh,
of the
cool.
panels. So yeah, I've actually drawn that quite a bit. I love how clean that is, though. It's very clear.
Yeah, you got a little half tone up here to like push these back in space. That's nice. Yeah, this is really cute. I like the color palette too. It's like it reminds me of the original, but it's like you know desaturated and moody.
Could definitely be a sticker.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Oh, that's a good idea. We could do stickers of all these,
It's
or
like
maybe
yeah,
some compilation of them.
very graphic.
Mm. Who else? Who else we got? Daniello. This one's really cool. It's like a bunch
That's
of comic
wild.
making like tools up here.
I really like it.
Yeah, that's really neat. I like his look too. He looks like he's up to something.
I really like it's DMYK, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Just
is.
all the
Yeah,
colors.
I
Yeah,
didn't even
that's
notice
a
that.
that's a great choice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is the eye a pen nib?
Um,
Do you see like the?
I see the pen nibs in the ear. I'm looking closer now.
I'm trying to
Uh,
decide if the. You see how like the highlight is kind of the split in the pen nib. Maybe that's just me.
I I see some hidden. I don't know. I'm not sure. What part of it? The
The eyeball.
oh, the eye. If that's
Yeah.
intentional or not. Could be. I mean, it is abstract enough. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I would see a gray alien.
That's
Um,
true.
but no, I'm just kidding. I really original, really great.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really really nice. Who else we got? Who else we got on here? Jeremy Thomas up here, completely foregoed. That's not the past tense of that, but we're going with it. The deer head, in terms of like, or in favor of like a graphic little Ohio style speech bubble. I like the font choice too. It's very like simple and clean. Feels like it's a business card.
Yeah, it's definitely it's graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even comic art. Yeah, it's design.
Yeah. It's very professional looking. I think that's what Jeremy
Mhm.
does if I've gleaned enough information off of him on the Discord. Which, by the way, if you're not a part of the Discord, the link for that is in the YouTube description. So go and check that out and join us. So, yeah, good job, Jeremy. Uh, Look at this. We got our fearless leader, Sydney Kit. Cute little, cute little deer. He looks, he looks almost like he's gonna cry. There's so much like, because he's such a good logo, you know. I like the half tone dots in the speech bubble in the back.
That's
I'm not
fun.
sure. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I said that's fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Sydney drew the original logo or if that was Mitch. I want to say it was Mitch for some reason, but I might be wrong.
Mitch is a fantastic artist. I have their comic book.
Oh no, I have not. Wait. Oh, are you pulling it out?
Yeah, yeah, I got it
Oh,
right.
sick.
I have a big stack of stuff. Here's Mitch's.
Oh, sick. Nice. You got it on hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually have a big stack of indie comics on my cutting board right now that I've
Oh, cool.
slowly been working my
Here,
way
let me.
through. Like, here's some of Mitch's work here. This comic is hilarious if you can get your hands on it.
I don't know if I've read that one.
It's great. Really funny.
I can always tell when Mitch draws something, though. It's very, very distinct.
Definitely have a style.
I haven't even been paying attention to the comments section, but Ben's up here in the comments, trash talking his own pieces. Deer skulls always make me think of Wendigos. Yes, that's true. That is a common thought, line of thought. So yeah, good job, Sydney. I think this is the last one. I'm gonna say yes. We got a JM Hunter, the C3 and the antlers. We might have to incorporate that into a shirt or some sort of design because that's pretty clever.
Yeah, that is a great idea. A great concept.
Mm. Is Carl? I might be wrong, but
Okay.
is our name the Columbus Cartoon Coalition or a Cartoonist Coalition? I think either
Um,
works, but this has made me second guess everything.
Columbus Cartoon Coalition.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
But I
and
don't mind this. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, never mind. I thought all of them had the same amount of letters for a second, but I think I'm not gonna waste time counting. Anyways, good job, Hunter. I like this.
yeah, it's
Good,
great.
yeah, good use of color palette as well. So yeah, those are our draw this in your style entries. Um, yeah, we'll decide a winner here in a few days, so keep on the lookout for that. And that's it. Fredugal, what up, Ethan? I want to say that's Freddy, but I'm not sure. That's a great username though. Anywho, we're gonna get to some live drawing.
I'm about to start inking mine so people can see it, maybe.
Let me get my
Okay.
ugly mug out of here. Actually, can I do that? I might need to stay up just because oh, Tyler Newby. Okay, Tyler Newby, there he is. Hmm. I'll give you we'll do this. We'll do this and we'll give you the big screen for a little bit. No pressure, Carl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got the big boy screen now.
Yeah. You can also explain to people what you're drawing
Okay,
while I pick
so
a topic.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I kind of looked over the prompts briefly. I read them all. I didn't understand a lot of them because I'm old. And RoboCop with pink cat ear headphones. I actually RoboCop sticks out to me because I love RoboCop. I
Hmm.
actually had a RoboCop action figure when I was younger that talked, that said drugs are trouble, and I would prank call people and play the RoboCop voice. Um, yeah, pre cell phones here. But
Nice.
drugs are trouble, your move creep. Anyway, so I was familiar with RoboCop, and uh, I had to Google the cute cat headphones. I'm like, is this a meme? I'm
Hmm.
like, am I not misunderstanding this because there's a lot of potential for that? Um, but yeah, yeah. So decided to start drawing RoboCop with the headphones. Yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Carl actually got on around like 6:30 with me, and he busted out his layout really quick. Like I looked away for a couple seconds, and he was pretty much done. So I gotta do some catch up here.
I was cheating. I was inking before I came on here.
Oh, look at you, so prepared.
Super fair.
I'm pretty sure that Tyler is that Dustin Colbert in the comments. Hello, it's been a hot second. Um, I believe that Tyler suggested this in my story where I was asking for requests. So I'm gonna do the Guyver, and we'll keep it in theme with like the robot men. That's what this the theme of tonight's stream is gonna be.
Robot man.
Robot men. I think
The
the Guyver
motion.
is like a robot, from what I understand. He's like a bio robot.
Oh, anything about that? What show was that from, or what
You
series?
Oh, you've never seen the Guyver?
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, the cheesy. I don't even know what to call it. Action series.
I'm pretty sure it's a manga, but there was a movie
Oh, see,
in
I
the
don't know what that is.
90s. Well, Mark Hamill was the Guyver in this
What?
film. Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna
I,
pull
I
it up.
gotta
I'll
I
pull it
gotta
up.
check that out.
I'm gonna show you. It's a. I want to say it was like the 90s, but I might be wrong. All right, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Are we here? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Look at
let
him.
me. I gotta stand up and look at this first.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Here he is, though.
Oh man, I have seen a trailer for that.
Yeah,
I've
he
seen a
actually looks
trailer for that.
badass.
I need to watch that. That needs to be on my list. I'm gonna write that down actually.
The Guyver, for those of you who are uninitiated.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he's. I'm all right. I'm definitely gonna do this. That's what I'm gonna try and nail tonight.
You have to. 90s robot characters.
Let's see. Okay, we're back to the good layup. Oh my god, I'm freezing. All right, I've got my reference. We're gonna have no more dead air for the rest of the stream. I promise.
That's right.
So, Carl, what have you
Yes.
been up to? Anything of note?
Anything of note? Are we gonna keep this comics related, or are we gonna keep this to
Tell me about your life. Anything.
oh, my life?
Yeah, or comics, whatever you want to talk about.
I was talking to you before. I think we started the stream up about I've recently been taking some time to read Chainsaw Man, the
Right,
first
right. We
one.
were talking about Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Currently I kind of moving uh my comics class out of just being the Saturday morning art class and to a couple other schools. So I'm expanding on that front.
What
Um,
I know
so
you
that's
I know you told
gonna
me while we were talking, but for the people, the good people on the stream, uh tell us about your class a little bit.
um so basically it's 8 classes and I just try to do a rundown of comic book history. I'll start with like a little bit of comic book history and then that will usually wrap around and kind of like inform my prompts for the day.
Mhm.
So, the first day I have a lot of examples of like Jack Kirby, um, think Osamu, the creator of Astro Boy.
Oh yeah,
I think I
Tezuka.
butchered, yeah, yeah, I butchered his name, but yeah, just a lot of examples of that, and I usually do the first day, like I said, a character creation, and I'll present like a couple questions of, you know, don't just like draw the character, but like tell me where are they from, what are they after, and then something about them,
Hmm.
you know, kind of like a world building exercise. And um, went over Riley method for drawing the first day, really, which is
Hmm.
Loomis method. They're essentially the same thing. It's just, Frank Riley methods like from the 1500s. It's older.
Hmm.
There might be more or less circles in one or the other, but
What are your students like? Like, are they pretty receptive to these to your teachings?
it just depends on the students. Some of them are really apt to draw. I had a student once, like he was just it was hilarious. It kind of reminds you where you started, but there was a student that was telling me about his entire comic book universe,
Oh wow.
that he had. He was like, oh, and this character interacts with this character, and he had this whole mythology, and it's really cool.
Hmm.
It's fun to go back and kind of see, where you got inspired and where,
Yeah,
things came from.
that's cute. I don't know. I did like paint night um, instruction for a while, and there
That's
would be
cool.
some like Sunday schools or like summer camps, and they would come and take lessons, and the kids were always like the best classes to have because they'd be so hyped to like you know
Right.
it just
Um,
gets you into like the mindset to like create like their excitement makes you kind of excited.
right. I think there is a bit of that. There's a bit of things feeding. Like I wouldn't have known about Chainsaw Man if it weren't for my students, I don't think.
Oh really?
Yeah, some of this newer stuff is just it's not on my radar.
That's
It's
fair.
not.
That's fair.
It's yeah, so yeah, a lot of inspiration coming in from there. But yeah, it's fun.
Hmm. Man, the Guyver is he's got a complicated head.
Yeah, he does. I'd be scared to draw that. It's intimidating.
I'm a little intimidated. I should have picked something else, but I've
Definitely be
committed.
intimidated by that.
I have to get a new colored pencil.
I feel like you can kind of flub RoboCop. Like there's some of these like robotic elements that I'm just like, do I have to draw it exactly like that? Like
That's true.
probably not. It
He's up
it
for
would still be,
interpretation.
yeah, it would be recognizable as RoboCop even if you flub certain elements of it.
Yeah, I feel like the RoboCop suit, as long as you've got like the flat top helmet and the visor, and then the big pecs, you're probably good.
Right, right. You're good to go. I wish I had Peter Weller's gravelly voice.
What was that?
I wish I had Peter Weller's gravelly voice, the actor that portrays RoboCop in the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a really raspy voice. He played Batman, I think, in the Dark Knight Returns, like the DC animated movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got just I don't know, he's got some bass to his voice.
Yeah, I definitely don't have any of that. Definitely not a radio voice.
So,
That's a
yeah,
pretty good adaptation, the Dark Knight Returns animated movie.
it was. I think it's one of the better ones, honestly. He did a great job with that.
Yeah. I like how it's in two parts too. I feel like, a lot of time was spent trying to do it right.
I agree. It deserves that too. It's a really iconic story. I mean, say what you will about Frank Miller now. I know there's a lot of, we could go this way or that way, but his
Sure.
early work is definitely a huge influence on a ton of people, a ton of artists.
For sure. You
Yeah.
don't, 9/11 That'll mess you up. So I don't know how much we can blame Frank for. I'm gonna
For the
stop talking about
world, for
9/11.
society. It's society's fault. It's not Frank's fault.
Yeah.
It's not Frank Miller's
Ben's in the
fault. It's just
comments. On drawing extra bits on RoboCop, it's basically how Steve Bissett's. Oh, I can show the little comment. Uh, it's basically how Steve Bissetti describes drawing Swamp Thing. Well, that's a fun little trivia fact. You know, I haven't read enough Swamp Thing. I feel like
I haven't either. I'm gonna be honest. And I've read some of the Alan Moore issues, but that was on
same.
Comixology, and Comixology kind of isn't fun to be on anymore.
I heard some kind of layoffs happened. I
Oh
never
yeah,
used Comixology, but I have heard it's not great.
yeah, that happened this week.
Yeah, that
They fired a
sucks.
bunch of people. Yeah, feel bad for those people.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but for something that kind of seems like it would be like a home run inherently, and then it just doesn't
Crazy.
work for people. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that Amazon dropped the ball with that? I mean, like, so simple too. They had a great setup, and they managed to totally ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, this is Carl off the cuff here.
Uncensored, unrated.
Uncensored, wild Carl. But yeah, I don't know. It's not good. It's not a good look for that platform at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are in the comments. Let me know if you read like digital comics that aren't webtoon, like comics that are regular, like normally published physically. If you choose to read those digitally, let me know because I'm curious. Are you a big
Yeah.
digital guy, Carl?
Um. No, no,
You don't seem like you would be.
no. I love like having it in my hand. I will buy like used stuff at half price books just because I want a beat up copy on my desk when I'm flipping through it because I'm like I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna reference it, I'm gonna
Right.
look at it. I used to be that guy, that bag and board guy, but like not anymore.
Hmm.
Not at my old age. No, I've kind of nothing's precious to me anymore. I'll tear that thing open, I'll read it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way where I would prefer a physical copy even if it's a little dinged up.
Right. I
Let's.
I went to Newark and bothered a guy about Love and Rockets. I was like, "You got any Love and Rockets?"
You were telling me about that. I think you got like a good chunk of that series, right?
Yeah, I have the newer the Fantagraphics reprints. I've slowly been buying those. Like I don't have all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, but I got these two beat up here. I'll show them on camera. These
Yeah,
two
do it.
beat up copies from Newark, Ohio, Comic Shop Plus. They have a comic book store in their mall, and I was talking to the guy for like it was a long time. It was like 30 minutes. Like it was a really long time, and I was like. He's like, you know what? I'll take these out for you. I'm like, okay, cool, man. So like,
Oh
he went in
wow.
the back and grabbed these for me. This is, I guess, the third printing, and the way you can tell is like it's $5 instead of three
Mm.
and stuff. But the corners dinged up, and but I really don't care. I love having these and flipping
Yeah.
through them.
Yeah,
A
that's a
lot of
really good
great.
find.
Yeah, I was stoked about it. I have a hard time finding them in Ohio for
It ain't.
whatever reason.
Yeah, it ain't easy to scavenge for for stuff like that in Ohio. I feel like.
It's hard to find the more obscure stuff, I've noticed, but I'm not as avid as I used to be, I feel like, about
Hmm.
chasing stuff.
Yeah, I usually just wait for like a collected edition anymore. I'm not a boots on the ground
Right.
kind of guy.
Got to be something special,
Hmm.
to pick it up.
Yeah, I've never been a floppy guy either. I actually did pick up some floppies this year just because I was excited about some series, but usually I am a patient boy and I'll wait for the trade.
It's just safe. I mean, it's safe that way too. And there's so many like comic review things on YouTube you can go check out. Like you never have to buy something that's like not critically acclaimed again, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think that's a good and a bad thing because like maybe people don't
Yeah.
try new things as often, but the more bangers you read, the more you like comics, I would assume. So, you know, back and forth. We got people in the comments talking about these. My question from earlier. So Dustin, read a lot of stuff on Viz. They give you a big library to comb through. That's pretty cool. I have heard good things about like these anime and like or not anime, but the manga apps. It looks like Tyler Newby for Dougal also does like the Shonen Jump app, and I know they've got a huge library of stuff that stuff's like dirt cheap too for like a monthly subscription. We got Ben over here. Sometimes I read superhero comics digitally, mainly because the DC and Marvel subscriptions is cheaper than the flop. Okay, that's good to know. Is that I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, Ben, but is that a monthly as well, or are you paying per issue? Let me know if you are aware. All right, I gotta get on this Guyver.
I mean, does Cat Ears RoboCop have Bluetooth? I mean, or are the headphones wired into his suit? Kind of what I'm asking myself right now. I'm like, do I want to have a cord going down? I kind of don't want to have the cord because I feel like it'll ruin my composition of the
Mm-hmm.
head a little bit. It'll be, I mean, he's a robot, so I feel like I can make it busy, but I just feel like that'd be too much.
I think I wouldn't have noticed the lack of cord if you hadn't said anything, so I think you're good either way. Ben, monthly unlimited reading. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know a ton of people who have those kinds of subscriptions, so it's always interesting to see when people are avid digital readers.
Yeah, I think Marvel Unlimited does have a great deal. I think if you get I think the year-long subscription's like 60 something, but
Really?
like you can knock out a ton of comics a year.
Oh,
But
for sure.
that's also like, are you that big of a Marvel fan? Do you want to read all the Marvel stuff? You know,
That's a
like
good point.
yeah, I don't know.
I guess if you're
I
really trying, like if you get excited about the movies and you want to jump in, that's a really good resource to have.
Yeah, I constantly fight people on comment sections now on TikTok about the Marvel movies because they're like Phase 4 was awful, and I'm like Phase 4 was not awful. I'm like it was not awful. We had No Way Home,
Hmm.
Wakanda Forever, and Doctor Strange 2, all bangers in my book.
I have
Like
not seen. The only one I've seen is Spider Man. I've been kind of checked out of the Marvel stuff, but I have heard good things about Wakanda Forever, and I heard Doctor Strange is like mixed, but Sam Raimi directed, so I feel like it's got to be at least a little good.
Sam Raimi, yeah, is awesome. I don't know. I think that was the one I was the most hyped about. Just you know, Evil Dead and Spider-Man and all that stuff. So I was
Yeah,
pretty excited for all that.
Doctor Strange was a banger in my pocket. Well, there you go. Another diehard strange head. That's what you guys call yourselves, right?
I'm about to start I always like that one. It's the Mike Mignola book where Doctor Strange travels to hell to save um, Doctor Doom's mother, I
Hmm.
think is the storyline, and it's
I have
a
not
Mike
heard of
Mignola
that.
comic. It's fantastic. can't remember the name of it. I know it's Mike Mignola.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds really cool. I don't know if you've checked out Trad Moore is doing Fall Sunrise, which is a Doctor Strange miniseries right now.
No, I don't know the current. That's all new to me. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
I'm not a big Marvel guy, but I love Trad Moore stuff, so I did check it out. I bought the first floppy, and it was really cool.
I'm gonna open up this can of worms. Why aren't you a big Marvel guy?
Why aren't I? Hmm.
Yeah, like what's it? Do you like the older stuff? Do you like
I
does the new stuff not strike you? What's
I
the
really pick and choose what I read, superhero wise, because I think I get burnout pretty easy.
mm,
Um, I think it's really cool that there's such like an expansive history on all that stuff, but I like a lot of different genres, and superheroes can like phase in and out of them, but I don't know. There's something like tiresome for me after a while. Not to say that like anybody's wrong for liking that stuff, because like there's a ton of like great superhero books, but I try and be varied about what I eat, comics wise.
this is a great answer.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no, that was solid.
Yeah. But in terms of like superhero stuff that I have read, I do tend to like read some older runs. Like I think like I like New 52 Batman, which doesn't seem that old to me right now, but it did come out in like the 2010s, I think.
It's old. It's old to the young people.
Yeah, I don't like that. The Marvel movies are great. Oh, sorry. Uh, the Marvel movies are great as long as you don't take them seriously. I think I think I'm a party pooper in that sense, Ben. I think I take things too seriously, and I want every Marvel movie to be really good. Um, so maybe that's a me problem. I tend to be more of a DC guy, except Squirrel Girl, which rocks. I have not read Squirrel Girl.
For great things about Supergirl.
Yeah, I would probably lean more towards DC, I guess, but like I like the Flash. I read a couple Flash runs, and then Batman was like my bread and butter in high school. So, as basic bitch as that is,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna embarrass myself real quick. I love the CW Flash. I
I watched it.
unabashedly, I will unabashedly tell everyone about my love of that show because like I have such like I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. Do you mind?
Oh no, go
Like,
ahead. I'm gonna
yeah,
show
I'm gonna go
Dustin's
on a little
comment because I
tangent.
think it's
So
funny.
like I used to watch like every episode of Smallville with my dad. Like that was our bonding thing.
Oh,
Like
that's
we did
cute.
like yeah, we would watch Smallville together. So it's like I don't know. I have like all I'm gonna say is like I have a really big soft spot for all those shows.
Hmm.
Like even though they're dramas, you know, I still enjoy them. Let people enjoy things.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that's really cute. I actually, I unironically think uh, CW Flash is like the first season is really good.
It's fire.
Um, it does get goofy, but I think there are hits and misses, and while it missed more for me, I understand how people can like that. Grant Gustin is really good as the Flash. I like him a lot. So
He's great. Yeah, he's I would argue I like Grant Justin more than Ezra Miller.
I don't think that's a hot take right now.
It's not a hot take, but like I remember even like when they casted Justice League, I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
even. Yeah,
where's
even
Grant
back then I
Justin?
wasn't great. I wasn't big on him. I like CW. Ben says I like CW Arrow, which is way more shameful. Season two of Arrow kicks ass, so I'm with you right there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It falls off hard after that, but season two is very good. They did Deathstroke really well.
It's all canon to me.
Hmm.
That's the real DC canon, as far as I'm concerned.
I laughed, but I muted my mic so I don't slurp in your ear, Carl.
I appreciate that.
You know, I'm sure that you're not going to really
Ooh,
be able to relate, but drawing the Guyver reminds me that I saw Shin Ultraman in theaters a couple weeks ago. Um, are you aware of that film, Carl?
I am not. Should I be?
Uh, I mean, I really liked it, but it's definitely very niche. Do you know what Ultraman is?
Yeah, I do. I do
Yeah.
know that character. Yeah.
So the dude who made Neon Genesis Evangelion and Shin Godzilla directed this like modern update of the original Ultraman
What?
series,
What? Really?
and
That sounds
it's
cool.
very good.
I definitely, yeah, I want to see that. All the good movie recommendations. I should stream more often. I'm getting all these good. Got Mark
Yeah.
Hamill, MacGyver, and then now I got Evangelion, director popping in here.
Yeah. Um, and I've seen a couple episodes of Ultraman because they played it on like Fox when I was a kid, but I wasn't like a big Ultraman kid. But it was, yeah, I really liked it. So people in the audience, Shin Ultraman, good, great soundtrack too. If even if you just looked up the soundtrack, that's worth it. What do we got in here? I'm a big Green Arrow fan, so the fact that he made it to TV was awesome. Even if they did make him an emo Batman ripoff. Oh, that's so true, but sad. You know, I
Ugh.
saw. What's the guy's name who plays the Arrow in that, Carl? Do you know?
Steven.
Amel? Is it Amel?
Yeah, you're close. I think you're closer than me. I can't even remember. I know it's Steven something.
Well, that
Is
guy. I I haven't seen him in anything since Arrow. I don't think. Oh, he was in the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie, I believe.
Oh God,
He
don't
was Casey
remind me.
Jones.
I tried watching that. I couldn't finish it. I kept falling asleep. I felt bad.
you
It's
know,
like I can't do it. I'm like I love this actor and I love Ninja Turtles, but I can't. I
I
can't do
can't
it.
blame you.
Yeah, I don't know. I gave it an honest try.
It sucks
Yeah,
because there's some good bits in that movie, but yeah, not great.
I like they did Karai finally. I mean, like that's what I'll say about the first one they did. They
Hmm.
did some of the characters that haven't been on film yet, but that's the most props I'll give that.
Yeah, I don't think it deserves many more. So you're
Yeah, I
being
don't. I'm not.
extremely
I'm,
fair.
I'm not gonna praise it. Like the Flash, everyone watched CW Flash, especially the musical episode in the third season. That's where it's
Oh,
at.
so I'm about to out myself, Carl, but I'm
Okay.
a big Glee
Yeah,
guy.
do it. I'm being real honest on here.
uh, I really like Glee, and Grant Gustin is on Glee. Well, so is the Supergirl. Uh, I don't know her name off the top of my head.
I I don't either.
Yeah, but so I did like the musical episode because I was like, they're singing just like Glee, which is the most. It's not a good reason to like an episode, but you know.
I watched it with my girlfriend at the time, and she was pretty mad about it. She was like, "It's a musical." I'm like, "Yeah, it
Yeah,
is."
that was my bonding. So I would watch that with my mom. So that was my that was my Smallville.
That's cool. That's cool. Everyone's got to have their. Those moments are important. My dad, I would attribute my dad to getting me into all the nerdy stuff. I mean, he
Hmm.
was he was taking me to the Batman movies in the early '90s, like Batman Forever and
Hmm.
Batman '89, all that stuff.
That'd be awesome to see in theaters when it was coming out.
I didn't see that one. He doesn't remember which one. We talked about it. I'm like, if I were to remember it, it would probably have to be Batman Forever. But
Batman Forever is the one you saw in theaters?
yeah, I definitely saw that one. But he thinks him and my uncle went and saw like Batman Returns or something.
Oh,
Like
cool. Yeah, that'd be
before
an awesome
that,
one to see.
even yeah, I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, I'm hoping they bring back uh at least the first two Tim Burton Batmans just because like in theaters.
they did. I want to say like 5 years ago. The same the same movie chain that plays the Ghibli movies or Ghibli
Oh,
cinema. Um,
Cinemark or
yeah, they're in town here. I mean, it's possible. It could happen. It could happen again. I know they get played in theaters.
yeah. Well, I know because Michael Keaton's going to be Batman in the Flash film.
Right,
So
right.
it'd be pretty cool to like marathon those. I doubt they'll have like, a ton to do with the new Flash movie, but it'd be neat if they did.
I I I'm not sure I want to comment. Not sure.
Ooh,
I want to keep it positive.
that's fair. That's fair. Don't forget. Sorry, Sydney commented on Discord. Don't forget about Jesse L. Martin, Joe West, who's from Went and Broadway. I'm trying to remember who that is. He's in the later seasons, if I remember, but yeah, I don't know.
Later seasons of what? Of
Oh, I
Glee
think
or
I think she's talking about Glee.
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still
I
on the
don't
Glee
know.
train. Power of Salad. Last Airbender and DBZ were my bond shows with my folks. Your folks are badass. Those are
Yeah, they're
good
cool.
bonding shows.
I bet they would like catch a chair if it was thrown at them at like a breakfast place.
Yeah.
They'd be the first one to catch it. That singing training.
It took me a while to understand what you were talking about, but I have seen that video
Oh, Waffle House. Yeah. Yeah, their parent would definitely catch a chair at Waffle House.
for sure. Oh, Waffle House, the pride of Ohio. Oh, dang, we're already almost at an hour, and I gotta get going on this. I had to pick the hardest,
You
most
picked a
complicated
difficult
face.
character.
I think Tyler. Why'd you suggest this? Jeez.
That's what I
I think
thought. I
I'm.
was like,
What'd you say? Sorry.
no, no, you're good. You're good. I was just saying, you did. You picked the most difficult one. I'm slapping my camera.
I'll switch cameras. Take the heat off you for a second. And I'll take the big screen.
Yeah,
Been
do it.
making you
Yeah.
take the brunt for a while.
I don't want it.
I need like 30 seconds of intense focus, audience,
Uh,
and then we'll be back to the banter.
I think you know what? I'm gonna show everyone my books real quick while you're doing that.
Oh yeah, do it. Let me
Oh,
give
you're
you the
just
big
catching,
screen so you can do that.
just catching that out. I'm gonna do a shameless plug here.
Do it.
All right, Carl Lucas, BigCartel.com. Get Shogun Bear, House of Horrors. Um, Samurai Bear fights villains and meets friends.
Oops.
A lot of action, a lot of black and white, a lot of screen tones, a lot of manga influence. I also have my first book up there, Final Arctic Fantasy, if you want to grab that. I actually got a really nice email from somebody that bought this at the Laughing Ogre.
Oh really?
Actually wrote me, yeah. And so I need to actually go back to Laughing Ogre because I never stock my comics. I literally, well, I used to print zines when I was 25 and like drop them off there, and
Wow.
like I wouldn't go back there until I had the next zine.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, those are some of my books. Um, and yeah, I got social media. I got Instagram's the main one I'm usually on. That's at Lucas.Carl. And I just post a bunch of process stuff right now. I'm drawing some stuff right now, Ethan, that I don't want to show yet.
That's fair.
It's all digital.
Oh, okay.
Um, I'm actually switching up my wheelhouse a little bit.
I was gonna say you're a big traditional guy, so I'm
I
surprised
am.
you're changing sides.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to do something a little bit different. I got all these pages over here. I'll just show people real quick while you're mapping
Yeah.
stuff out. Um, did a video on TikTok where I showed a lot of these.
Not to change the subject, but how is TikTok treating you?
Not well.
Not.
Not well. I have a friend and she's like, "Oh, I'm already at 2,000 followers, Carl. Where are you at?" And I'm like, "Oh, 109."
Oh
Uh
no.
I just keep spitballing. I keep trying to do like comic reviews and so I'm doing terrible. I
What
think my
kind of?
content on
I was gonna ask
TikTok
what kind of
is
content
terrible.
you were doing.
It's just I've been spitballing. I've been trying all kinds of things. I think I'm gonna move more towards drawing tutorials maybe because like actually honestly that has gotten the most plays. Like there was one video I did where I talked about Wally Wood's 22 panels that always work and that got a lot of plays.
Oh yeah.
Um, anything time lapse where I draw a character does really well. Um,
I feel like
so
yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. I guess.
I'm just too old for this modern aesthetic. I don't know.
I think you're playing to a niche too with all this like. I mean, comics are already niche, but um,
Go on.
you know,
What you got?
if you're doing like the Wally West panels, like that's like knowledge that you and I would kind of know just because we're in this for the long haul. But a lot of people who do these like webtoons and stuff might not know about that stuff. So I think that's a good resource that you're building.
It's yeah, I would argue that those are two totally different clubhouses. Like
Yeah.
really, like between the webtoon fans and um the kind of like I guess people that grew up drawing I got how to draw comics the Marvel way, you know, like the John Buscema Stan Lee book or something like that, and like
Hmm.
that got them into drawing comics or something. But I like that there's more avenues than ever right now to do what you want to do, and you know I feel like all the ground's been broken on different types of comic books you can make. You could, I mean, you could really make whatever you want now, and it's
Yeah.
socially acceptable, and it used to not be like that.
Yeah. It's I've seen a lot of like YouTuber like comics people who are like it's easier than ever to get into comics, and that's I think it's true. Like to make a comic, um, the bar of entry is pretty low. Now whether it's good is up to you, but it's a very accessible medium to be a part of or to like
The
try.
internet gets eyes on it immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, you could draw something that day with Procreate, and you could post it online instantly in seconds, which is different from the world I grew up in. I remember having like a Batman comic book in my backpack and being made fun of for it, like
Really?
viciously. Yeah, like viciously made fun of.
That
Like,
sucks.
yeah,
I'm
you know,
sorry that
like
happened to you.
it's
I'm
fine now.
well, yeah, but
I'm just
I didn't
saying
mean for that to.
hey, good times ahead, you know, like
Yeah,
things have come a long way, you know, and you could draw any comic you want now, and it's a lot more socially acceptable than it used to
hmm
be.
yeah. I didn't mean to make that sound like I was joking
Helps,
around.
me. I need therapy. Help. Therapy suggestions in the comments, please.
Oh, I got a couple for you if you're interested.
I can't afford it, Ethan. Even if you suggest it.
Oh no, you're getting
I
too
can't
real
afford.
for me.
uh,
All right, I'm done with my pencils. I'm gonna ink.
I'm about,
Be
here
done.
about that looks great, Ethan.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
We'll see
job.
if I fuck it up in the. I shouldn't swear on this. This is a.
You got some great line quality on that. That looks great.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I've been neglecting the comments, guys. I'm sorry. Same thing with my animation students coming through. I feel like I missed where the context made this make sense, Tyler. I'm sorry.
Uh,
But we got ha ha ha, so we must be doing something right.
doing something right.
I need some kind of moderator on here. You know, I might make my girlfriend like get on here and watch comments for me, so I don't have to multitask.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get a scrap piece of paper here.
Yeah, if anyone knows how TikTok works, let me know. Let me know, because I haven't figured it out yet. I
Yeah.
will. I
Oh,
treat
I'm
social
sure.
media like I don't know. I'm abusive on Instagram, like with the hashtags.
Oh, really?
Like I will like any hashtag. I will just go like start liking hashtags, like even stuff in different languages. Just sit there and just go boop, 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 and then Instagram will be like, you can't like anymore. It's harmful to our community guidelines. And I'm
Wow.
like, okay. I'm like, sweet.
Oh, okay. Tyler said same thing with his animation students concerning like the accessibility of like being able to do art. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a great thing. Did I drip ink already? Jeez.
My Sorry, I just like to say random onomatopoeias out loud. Like I'm an
Oh.
old man, so you might just hear me grunt or complain about something and in an onomatopoeia sound, I might just be like, oh,
As long as we don't have dead air, I think we are doing just fine. All right.
erasing. All the lead on this watercolor paper, I almost could have left the lead and it could have been my gray for RoboCop
Oh,
here.
just scribble some back in. Just like rub your thumb on there.
Get that good gray in there.
Yeah. You guys are probably getting some ASMR with this pen nib. What are you inking with, Carl? I haven't been watching you.
Oh, yeah, I could talk about that for a bit. That sounds
Yeah.
fun. Um, I really love these big Faber-Castell brush pens.
Wait,
They
let me
stopped
pull it up.
selling them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby a few years ago, so I have to order them online, which
Mm,
I hate. But you can get them at Blick. I went to Blick recently and I got a bunch of these. I bought like three. It's crazy.
very
Um,
nice.
I really like these Copic multi-liners.
Oh yeah, those are classic.
Yeah, you can get these individually, at Blick, and they're great. They come in at like a 20 pack, but I usually just buy the ones I need.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm the same way.
yeah,
You
I
can
just
you can get tricked into spending a lot of money if you don't just get the
Oh
ones that you
yeah,
really want.
yeah, for sure. I think the pack is like $30 now if you want just the eight, the assortment pack, I guess to call it.
Mm.
I like these a lot because they're really cheap. They're Tompow, Food Suke pens. You can get them off Amazon. You can get a pack of, I think it's like 10 of them for $10. They're like $1 right now. They were
Nice.
earlier. They're super cheap, but they give you like a line weight that's like it varies, as you can apply pressure to it and make it darker and stuff. And it's good for if you lay it flat, you can really black some stuff out real quick.
Mm. Is that felt tip or
Um, I don't know.
it looks wide to me, so I don't. It
It
might be
is
felt
kind of
tip.
it is kind of wide, and sometimes if you try to do a short little line, it'll get wavy.
Mm.
But I like it. It's all about being comfortable, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Ben saying, have you ever checked out Jet Pens? Great way to get really good pens. You know, I was talking to Junior, another member of the coalition, when we had that little drink and draw event a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about Jet Pens, and they let me use a bunch of the ones they got off there, and I was really impressed. Like super high quality stuff, and from what I remember, they weren't super expensive. You know, I mean, for like high quality pen, you know. But yeah, I've been meaning to get on there and
Is that a
checking those
website?
out.
What is that
I think it's
exactly?
a web. Yeah, it's a website. I think it's just called Jet Pens.
Might have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll have to see if Junior can like put a, or we'll just put the link on the Discord later for people. So I feel like people were curious there as well.
I've been kind of curious to try some of those paint pens, the giant like paint markers they have at Blick.
The Posca ones.
Yeah, I've been because I really think I could maybe like do some like really big black backgrounds and draw with the white one, and I
Mm.
think that would be fun.
I've got the white one because I'm always looking for better. Oh, Ben put the Jet Pens link on the Discord. Thank you, sir. I've got the white Posca paint pen, and it's a pretty good whiteout, but I think I have found a superior whiteout. Um, this is a Presto jumbo correction pen.
That's hilarious. That's the one I use.
Oh, really?
Look, I got this.
Yeah, yeah, there it is. Yeah, they're great. They're my favorite whiteout by a mile. I feel like the coverage is so good.
I agree, and it dries so fast. Like
For sure.
you're ready to go, like right after you apply it.
Hmm.
Like you're good to start drawing again. You know,
Yeah,
dries.
I love them. They're very yeah. I think the quickness of them is the big selling point for me.
I think Jim Lee uses them. I think that's where I saw him. He does all those like videos where he's drawing on Twitch.
You know, I haven't
Like,
checked out as many of those as I probably should. He's
they're
very generous with his knowledge.
they're really cool. And you know what? Another great tutorial series I'll plug if we want to talk about the comic book guys is
Go
kind of
ahead.
like or the DC Marvel guys. I'm sorry,
Absolutely.
everything's comic books, but is David Finch has an
Monday Night
awesome.
Draw, yeah.
Yeah, he has an awesome YouTube channel, and he is like what you just said. He's generous with his knowledge. Like he'll tell you exactly how he does things.
Yeah. Him and then I usually tune into David Finch and then Daniel Warren Johnson has Fridays with D Dubs, where he'll like work on commissions live, and it's not as much tutorial as it is like hanging out, but I do like the vibe, and just seeing him work in real time is pretty neat.
Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of great stuff on YouTube right
Hmm.
now, I think, to find out whatever you want.
Yeah, I definitely think the next generation of artists who have like been raised on the YouTube the YouTube art community, they're gonna be monsters.
I have kids in my class that are scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had them. I do a character vote the first day,
Mm.
and they voted for Deadpool. Deadpool won by like a landslide. I
Oh
try to
yeah.
give them like multiple votes just to make it more interesting, but yeah, like Deadpool won, so brought up this giant like. But I had kids like just drawing this Rob Liefeld Deadpool like exactly, you know.
Oh wow.
with the negative space and everything like that, and they start drawing all the little details. You know what he does. He goes into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
little lines and stuff, and like overly renders it. But yeah, it was fun.
You know, uh, I posted this on the Discord the other day, but there's Mark Millar does he's been doing interviews with like some of the bigger comic guys, and Rob Liefeld was on one of them, and his interview is great.
I love listening to him. He has a podcast called Robservations.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
I highly recommend it if you like your 90s, comic book knowledge. He's got a lot of stories on there where he talks about feuds with Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee, and you get all that backstory from his point of view, and he does a pretty funny Todd McFarlane impersonation.
It's so good. He did it on the Mark Millar interview, and it was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I don't get tired of it. It's so funny.
No.
So good.
Have you read anything recently that you that's like a hard recommend?
Oh, I read The Black Paradox, Junji Ito,
Is that a
and
new
that's
one from him?
I think it's 2015.
Okay.
And it's just like the premise is great, the art's great. Any of his books I recommend.
Mhm.
Um, Trying to think, Chainsaw Man, I really liked. I read that recently.
Mhm.
Last Ronin, Ninja Turtles.
I need to read that. We were talking about it before.
That's high on my list of like if you like turtles. Yeah. I love the accessibility of that book because it's like you could watch the cartoon or you could watch the movies or the original comics and it could still fit in. It's
Mhm.
like all ages, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2003 cartoon was my jam growing up.
That's a good one.
It's very accurate to the original run.
I didn't get to watch that until later on. I think it was on Amazon when I started watching it, but on Prime or something, or at the Paramount Plus add-on or something like
Mhm.
that. And I one thing I think is really interesting is you have like Kevin Eastman is kind of in charge of, I guess he outlines the IDW series.
Yeah, he
So like
does.
that's kind of his baby, but I guess Peter Lard wrote a lot of that 2003 cartoon you just mentioned. Like that
Yeah.
was his take on it. So it's like you really get both takes from both creators,
I
which
I
is
think
rare.
because I grew up on that series, I tend to prefer Peter's take. Because I've been reading the IDW Turtles recently, and it's good, but I don't think is as for me as as some of the more I don't know how to describe it, but like their storytelling is their styles are similar, but it's not. I don't know. There's something different for sure. Like you can
It's
tell them apart.
stillier. I think Eastman's is stillier. He's got like Bebop and Rocksteady,
Yeah,
and stuff. And Peter Lard didn't even touch that. Like
yeah.
he left that alone.
See, I do love Bebop and Rocksteady, so if I had to critique one thing for Peter, it is the lack of Bebop and Rocksteady in that cartoon.
I thought that the foot mythology was really fun in that one. It did a good job. I could
Yeah.
talk turtles for a while.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I got my watercolors. Should I start watercoloring this? I mean, like,
If you want, I don't mean to keep you. Like if you need to go, feel free. But if you want to stick around and draw, I was gonna try and get this inked before I signed off.
no, no, I'm fine. I don't have anything scheduled. I'm fine.
Oh, cool,
I'm
cool.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're definitely a little quicker than I am, Carl.
Well, I guess that's a compliment. Thank you.
No, it was. I'm notoriously slow, so I always
I'm
respect somebody who knows what they want and they just go and get it.
I'm just trigger happy, you know.
Yeah,
It adds a lot of confidence having that pesto whiteout though by your side.
for
I mean,
sure.
that's that stuff's great.
Yeah, I'm about to actually hit mine because I screwed up a lot of these ellipses.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Sure.
All right, yeah, top five like influences. Like what's your main influence?
My main influence. I mentioned Trad Moore at the top of the podcast or at the top of the stream. Uh, he's, in my opinion, he's the best artist in comics right now. He's always doing some weird stuff, and like I really like. So I was an animation major when I started CCAD, and I really like movement, so I try and focus on that. And Trad Moore, he's an illustrator, but I mean his pages like come alive when you look at him. So I think that's why I really like him. You said top five? Damn. Let me see if I can
Well,
remember.
yeah, just a few. I mean, I think what you just said was like kind of what I was after.
Yeah,
Just kind of like what's
I can come up with five. I'm sure. Let me
I
look at my shelf.
I could see that though. I mean, your drawings do have a lot of movement. I could definitely see the animation influence now that you say it. I wasn't actively thinking about that, but
Yeah, thanks. I as long as like I can put out a shitty drawing, but if people are like, that looks like a it's alive or it's like jumping off the page, like that's good enough for me most of the time. My ink is drying up. Let me see. I forget his name off the top of my head, but the guy who did Battle Angel Alita, the manga,
oh yeah, I do know that book.
uh, he's a phenomenal artist, and I don't know that story is so fun, and I try and like his world building's really strong for him not really like focusing on it, I guess. Like he's got a bunch of one-off little jokes and nods and it builds the world like really well, but it's not like really ham-fisted. So that's probably two. Let me see. I really like I mean Robert Kirkman if we're talking writing, I think he's a great storyteller.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, look
Let
at
me
Walking Dead. I mean,
Yeah.
Walking Dead was like everyone knows what that is.
Sorry, I'm away from my mic. You got a paper towel. Let me see. Daniel Warren Johnson, I think, is a really good artist who's working right now. He brings a lot of like honesty to his art and his storytelling, and I think that's really important if you're gonna make something that's worth a damn. Um,
Very critical.
yeah. I got one more. I don't know. Probably Greg Capullo.
He's great.
Yeah, I feel like New 52 Batman was like one of the things that really made me want to be a comic book artist. I read it in high school, and it was like at the time where you got to pick your destiny.
That that run's great. You're talking about the one with Scott Snyder.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that run. I read a lot of that as it came out.
Mm.
Um, one of the few Batman runs where I think I might have every one of that Batman run. It's so good.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah,
The
Scott Snyder's a great writer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about that. I think Greg Capullo's Instagram's a lot of fun too. He's always posting like what he's working on and pages he's drawing. He just posted a picture of Wolverine and he's gonna do an X-Men book, I guess.
Oh, sweet. I might have to pick that up.
Um, I guess he hasn't been at Marvel for a really long time, but he posted just it was like a really sketchy image of Wolverine. Uh,
Yeah, he's a really nice guy too. So it's cool when your heroes aren't jerks. I mean, obviously he could be, but based on what he seems like a good guy.
he's a little more modest than Todd McFarlane is. I'll stick
Yeah.
that
Well, who isn't? To be fair,
one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
you
know.
know,
Todd McFarlane.
Todd. I respect it. I like the showmanship. Uh, is it deserved? I probably, but it is funny. It is funny to watch. So
What didn't they just come out with that the Spawn Batman book?
I think I did hear something about that.
I did not read it, but I know it came out. I know that it came out. I heard Todd was writing it and it passed. I was like, I'm good. Greg Capullo though, I'm sure has some great pages in that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think my ink is. I don't know if it's freezing. It's pretty
You're actually
stiff.
inking with a nib. I'm still terrible at nibs. I'm a marker guy and I'm ashamed.
You
But
know, I'm not great with the nib, if I'm being honest. I try, but I mostly do it to look cool.
I struggle with it. I had a whole sketchbook of nib drawings and they're awful. They're really awful.
It's
I should
it's
find
definitely
that.
hard.
It's definitely a learning curve. Like how many, you probably get like three strokes and then you gotta clean it off, right?
Um, it depends on the day and the humidity, the type of ink. Sometimes I can get most of a drawing off without having to clean, but there are some days it took me forever to really like get even like this amount of handle on it, just because it is a finicky tool. I think I was talking to Ben and Kyle on here a couple weeks ago, but I didn't know until recently that if you want to use the nib, you've got to either wash it really well or set it on fire to clean off the factory like oil layer.
Oh, when you first get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. And it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was doing wrong with that first sketchbook. Just I definitely did not clean that thing. I definitely
Yeah,
just went for that.
a lot of maintenance.
I was trying to be super cool and find my Ames guide, but I can't.
Ooh, look at you. Lettering on the stream live.
I'm just gonna freehand it here. I'm gonna make him say, what I was talking about the action figure earlier. I'm gonna have him say,
Oh,
drugs are trouble.
yeah.
Yeah. He also said, hands up and your move creep. But,
That's a great figure. Do kids still have like figures with 50 different action phrases or
I remember it took the largest batteries,
yeah,
like to put it in it. Like,
RoboCop classic.
Yeah, I know they have toys that talk. I mean, I just bought a bunch of toys for my niece for Christmas.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
know that's definitely something. Do they have RoboCops that talk? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. That's a little too close to his shoulder. I don't know about that composition, Carl. I don't know about
Ben,
all
if you
that.
can, get some vintage school nibs. I was given
Oh,
one. Let me move it over here. I was given one that hadn't been made since the 40s. It can ride in any direction, doesn't break. It's awesome. I think you were telling me about that a couple weeks ago when we were on stream, but I need to look into those. I usually the nibs. I take pretty good care of my nibs, so they'll last a good amount of time, a couple weeks at least. But it would be nice to have an immortal nib. Okay, I gotta bust out the whiteout. I've been avoiding it. Oh, I already smudged.
I think I need to like I really this has been awesome being on here and it's kind of been a religious experience for me in the sense that I really feel like I need some Flash CW fan art. I mean, I've been slacking this whole time. I'm like drawing 90s Rogue and like all this stuff, but I
Yeah,
really think the CW characters need some love.
maybe we'll have to. That'll be a theme for a stream. Just CW DC characters.
Yeah,
That'd
I
honestly
would
be
love
pretty
to.
fun.
I would love to come back for that. I'm like 100% invested in all the Grant Justin flashes. I could draw multiverse flashes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the best part about the Flash show is getting the dude from the '90s Flash show to be Jay Garrick. That was so awesome.
I love that too. That was really cool. Isn't there some continuity too with Mark Hamill as well
Oh
as
yeah,
the trickster?
he is in that show. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's the trickster character, which he also played in the original.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the second Mark Hamill drop of the episode.
It's a Mark Hamill episode themed.
We'll have to do a Mark
Maybe.
Hamill fan art episode as well.
I mean, there's so much. There's a lot of nerdery in the Mark Hamill corner. You got Luke Skywalker, Joker,
Yeah.
the movie you
The
mentioned to me
Guyver.
earlier. Yeah, like I need to watch that. I'm really slacking. Like I was like grew up in the '90s and I haven't seen that. Like, what am I doing with my life? Oh no, really. Yeah, messed
Oh
up
no.
there.
I didn't draw this part as well. I'm gonna have to wing it.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
gonna do watercolors, but I don't know if I want it. Should I
That's
do
fair.
the earmuffs pink? I like the line art, and if I keep the line art, I can scan it. So I don't, you
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure to
know.
you know, do
I
anything
can
you don't want to
feel
do on
the
here.
pressure. Okay. Um. Yeah, I did the thing. I don't know if you ever heard this, but like where you're inking something and you tilt the paper slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to do that, putting this up here. I don't know if it did anything for me personally.
I haven't. You've not been on the big screen for a hot sec. Let me check it out. I. It's a little far away from me, but I can already tell
Let me
like
bring it
spot
close.
blacks are
Yeah,
fading.
I've been having camera trouble, so
No, you're good. You're good.
that's
Yeah, definitely good spot blacks on that. It's got like good readability even from far away.
oh, thanks.
That's some nice hand lettering. Did you wait? Did you find your Ames guide or did you just do that?
No, no, I just freehanded that.
Okay, look at you. My handwriting is so bad.
I I never wanted to do my handwriting in a comic though. I always do it digital, but a lot of people swear by, that adds a lot of character.
I think, I mean, that looks really good to me. So I would definitely look into that
Maybe I
if
could
you can
try
do
it
it.
if I could find my Ames guide buried somewhere. I have two tables in this room. I have like a table behind me that's like my scanner and computer and stuff, and then this, the drafting table's kind of across from that.
Hmm.
So, piles of garbage.
Mark Hamill was also the big bad in Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was. I forgot about that.
Is he?
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Are, are are you interested in the new Avatar, Ethan?
The James Cameron one or the?
Mm. Oh, we talking about the Last Airbender.
I was talking about The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember Mark Hamill in that now. Okay, I thought we were talking about James Cameron's
Oh
Avatar, and
no,
I was,
no, I
I
did
was
see the
like,
new one.
"What'd you think?"
Uh, it was exactly the same as the first one. It's fine.
That's so
It's
brutal.
they're okay. It's pretty. It's very pretty. But I'm not a big Avatar guy.
I like how brutally honest you were, though. You were just like, "Yeah." You
I
sound like
mean,
Daria for a second. You're just like, "The universe sucks. I hate
it's fine. If you like Avatar, it's fine. It's
it."
pretty. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I was really into it for the first hour because of how stupid it was. Like, we jumped the shark sci-fi wise, and I liked it. And then it turns into Avatar, where it's just like a metaphor for colonialism and like anti-whaling, and not
Just
for me.
not at all heavy-handed at
No,
all
not
with
at
with
all.
any of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, not at all.
the most nuanced sci-fi series of all time.
I I I love a lot of sci-fi though. If you want to go down that road, I mean,
Be my
I could talk
guest.
talk some sci-fi here. Battlestar Galactica or Stargate SG-1. That
Mm.
was a big one for me.
You know, I've every time I table, someone mentions Battlestar Galactica, and I feel the need to check it out just because it's so highly recommended.
It is. It's on Peacock right now. I hadn't watched it until this year.
Mm.
And I started watching it, oddly enough. Um, and yeah, I thought it was fine. I don't know. CGI is rough in spots, but
Mm.
what do you expect from a 15-year-old TV show?
Ben's coming in hot with a traditional hack for people like me who hate Ames guides. Print out a sheet of lines, put it under your page, and Lightbox. You're welcome. Not a
That's
bad
great.
tip.
It's genius.
I assume you're speaking from experience, Ben.
What's another suggestion for the character? I think I'm gonna give RoboCop a rest.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
We had Frog, Jeff. I'm not sure what that one entails, but you're
I don't
welcome to
know.
try.
I That was one I didn't understand. For sure.
um, I'm trying to remember. Let me pull up the list for you.
I appreciate that.
We got
The
Jeff, Frog, the Guyver, who you're welcome to try if you want to try and cram a Guyver in.
I'm scared without a reference. Are you drawing that out of your head?
No, I've got a
No,
reference up.
I was
I don't
gonna
know what the
say
Guyver looks like.
I have no idea. Um,
Um,
I couldn't do it.
what is it? What else is there? Ohio as a superhero.
I could do
You can
that.
blind draw me.
I
Uh,
have no desire to draw someone blindfolded.
oh, I
That's
think it means like I
that's a
turn my camera off and you draw me based on like your
Oh,
memory.
oh, that makes sense
I
now.
think that's what
Okay,
it was.
I get it now.
Um, and then I think there was monsters and snow goblin, which I don't know what that means, but it says interpret at will.
Interpret it well.
So
I'm. I could. I gotta draw a monster.
I was tempted for that one, but I'm glad that you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Monsters are fun. You don't have to like follow anatomy or
Hmm.
anything. You know, you just make whatever you want. It's like stress free.
Yeah, monsters are my go-to like sketchbook topic. They're very low stakes.
Yeah, it's yeah. That's a great way of putting it. Not a lot of can't really mess with drawing a monster, can you?
I'm gonna try and wrap this up soon. Hopefully, I feel like I'm nearing the finish.
I mean, it's a lot of detail.
When in doubt, I'll black out half of the drawing and it'll look really finished.
That's how I make my comics.
It's a good strategy, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't feel like rendering that. All right, let me just get my big black Faber-Castell pen and let's go.
Yeah, I'll definitely be breaking out a brush here in a sec to fill in some blacks. I'm just about done though, I think. We actually got a good amount of people on here. I think we had like 10 people at one point, so you definitely put butts in seats, Carl.
That's good to know, for the Flash episode we're about to do.
Yeah,
Um,
confirmed.
I want to
Confirmed.
raise as much hype for CW Flash fan art as I possibly can. Like, I will die on that hill 1,000 times. Yeah. No, I've really enjoyed this. You know what? And I was kind of stressed out before I came on here to, try this out, and
Oh,
I'm actually having a really great time.
I'm glad you came. This has been a lot of fun. I feel like when I just get on here and have people draw and talk for a little bit, it's a really, I don't know. It's a very relaxed environment.
I think it's your voice, Ethan.
Thanks, Carl. I appreciate
That's a compliment.
it.
Is that too harsh?
No, no, that's funny. Yeah, I think that's why we get so many viewers every week. Is just they're here to, you know, be relaxed by my sultry radio voice.
That's what I'm saying. That you just kind of lull them into a state of, forgetting their worries and forgetting
Right.
about, all their daily, you know, tasks and society and all that. Russia bombing us.
Yeah, we can forget all that and we can just draw some Guyver. That's what I'm gonna change the name of it to, and I'm gonna draw the Guyver every week.
See if
I'm
you
gonna
can
get
get
really
better
good
and
at it.
better at
Yeah,
drawing MacGyver. You'll inevitably get way better at drawing MacGyver.
yeah. I think that'll be a fun progression to watch. Who we got in here? Guyver inks looking clean. Thank you, Dustin. Dang man, those inks are so clean. You're working that nib. Oh, is that Jerry Pisoni? Whoa, blast from the past. We went to college together. That's great. I'm glad you guys showed up. It's a fun time. Yeah, Carl. I'm glad you showed up. This has been a really good session.
Yeah, positive vibes here. Except when it comes to Avatar,
Yeah. Well,
not not the
yeah.
not the Airbender.
Sorry, James Cameron.
Yeah, sorry, James Cameron. I'm not gonna go see Avatar 4. Sorry, buddy.
You know, here's I'm gonna slight Avatar real quick, but I'm gonna give it a compliment at the same time.
All right.
I went to Disney World in November, um, and let me look at my reference real quick.
Which
And
Disney World? Florida
the one
or
in Florida. I
oh,
think
okay.
Disneyland is in California, if I'm right.
Yeah. I don't remember the distinction.
I think Disney World is a little bigger, but they're the same pretty much. But the Avatar land there is really cool, and I would argue the best part of the Avatar franchise is the ride, where you're like flying on one of the banshees. Very cool ride. So that's my favorite Avatar part of the Avatar franchise.
There you have it. The best thing about Avatar,
Yeah, don't even see the
the
movies,
ride.
but go go ride that ride.
Go ride that ride. The movies don't matter. It's all about the ride.
They explain the plot of the movie before you get on the ride, anyways. So you're caught up.
God,
You
that's
don't even need
great.
them.
I wish they do that in the theater. Like they would just show the ride, you know, people
Just
getting
the
on the
ride.
ride.
I
Yeah,
thought you meant.
yeah. Because like I didn't want to see the movie. Like,
Well, who does? It's 3.5 hours long.
it's the next Avengers film. Secret Wars is going to be 10 hours long.
Stop! Don't tell me that. I'm over it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do start fights on Twitter with people about the MCU though. So yeah, everyone follow me on TikTok. I
That
said
sounds like
Twitter,
it'd be
didn't I?
fun. You said Twitter, but uh,
I meant
follow him
TikTok.
on both. Are you on Twitter as well?
I am on Twitter. Um, I'm on there just to watch, see what Elon does.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the Never-Ending Chronicles.
I've never seen anything like it. It's hilarious.
Yep, I'm gonna bring this brush out. I'm gonna spot some blacks, and then we should be. Dang, it's almost 9. Time
Just
flies,
let
man.
let me know. Kick me off when you're ready to bounce.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna.
I was gonna do that anyways, Carl.
Oh well, yeah. Right. I'm saying that like I had a choice or something. I definitely
No,
didn't.
we can stay on as long as you know. I do have stuff to get done tonight, but
I don't
we've gone a little
understand the
bit longer on
predicament
time.
I'm in. You know.
Let me see. Where's my brush at? For those who are interested, Windsor and Newton Series 7. This is a number 3. So, in case anybody cared about brushes.
Some good line quality.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy
Wow,
with
looks
it.
great.
I was
Looks great.
intimidated. I was
I I I,
intimidated.
I think you pulled it off.
I
I think you
appreciate
pulled
that.
it off with great success. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a photo or a file of your RoboCop so I can post it, or I can give it to Sydney to post on the Instagram.
Yeah, I'll send you over a photo. I could take a photo of it. My computer is still slow. I think I told you last time I saw you how my computer is
You
right
did
now.
say that you were having some troubles.
Yeah, that's why I haven't uploaded any pages
Hmm.
recently, really. Just don't feel like putting myself through that right now.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
I
a
was actually having computer trouble right before we got on. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call it." Like I'm not even. It's the worst when your tools don't work the way they're supposed to.
yeah. I'm gonna remedy this situation. It'll be fine.
Are you looking for a new? I think I asked you last time, but I kind of forget. What are you gonna replace it with? Or
Um, I don't know exactly right now. I keep going back and forth with like, do I want to try to just like put Photoshop on it, or do I like want to teach myself like Clip Studio Paint, or like
mm,
what? what's next for me, kind of in terms of what I want to try to educate myself with.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty fluent in Photoshop. I, I don't know. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards Clip Studio or something. Get a better computer that can run that.
Mm.
At least
I
that's
mean, a lot of people swear by Clip Studio, so
yeah.
it's very
This
intimidating.
it is. It's a lot. I've been working on trying to just make a comic on Procreate, and that's been fun.
I like Procreate a lot. That's my go-to.
It's a great program. I love how intuitive it is
Hmm.
too. It's like everything feels like where it should be when you're learning it.
Yeah. The they update it pretty consistently too, so every time I'm pretty impressed with what they're able to pull off.
Yeah, I highly recommend. I recommend Procreate to people all the time. I have like
Hmm.
parents asking me what to get their kid or something. I'm like Procreate's
Oh
like
yeah,
just a
it's
cheap
$10.
option.
Why not?
And yeah, we're stuck on the subscription model with Photoshop.
Mm.
I think it's great to kind of move away from that.
Yeah, definitely. The competition is nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It is they pretty much have a monopoly on
Hmm.
it. Yeah. Good to disrupt that a little bit. Think there's anything, it's capitalism. Why not, some competition in there.
My hand is shaky today. Jeez. I had a cup of coffee and a cup of tea before I got on here, trying to warm
I,
up and
I thought about
wake
making
myself
coffee,
up.
but I gotta be up early tomorrow. I was like,
That's
I don't want to be up all night.
Yeah. You definitely made a healthier life decision than I did.
Oh, I'm not healthy.
Oh, I'm not healthy. That's the
Oh no.
quote for the stream.
That's the title. Oh, I'm not.
Uh, unhealthy. Unhealthy boys.
All that fried food. I mean, over the years, like, I don't know. I love hamburgers. I love broth. I made brats wrapped in bacon in my air fryer
Holy
once.
shit.
Sorry, vegans. It happened. My
I
sister
sh-
would scold me if I said that.
Is she vegan?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's impressive. I respect it. It's a lot of
Yeah,
willpower.
she flip flop with some fish, a few Thanksgivings, few Christmases. Yeah, and, like I noticed. I'm like, yeah, you're slipping up here.
Yeah, my girlfriend is a vegetarian, so she's been really good about it. She
That's cool.
doesn't she doesn't waver, which would be impossible for me.
I don't have the will. Yeah, my
Same.
will is weak. My will is weak.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Damn it. Damn it. Shaky hand. That's
The
okay.
older I the older I get, the more I think about food. Like, food I could just eat. I'm like, oh, I could try making this. I'm gonna go for it.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna throw some watercolor on it.
Oh, dang.
Trying to find my water. Trying to find like eraser. Brutal. Oh, that's one thing digital has over traditional and never have to look for your tools.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing I think I told you last time I saw you, but I'm doing the freelance for this board game project digitally.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's going pretty good. I had a good day on it today. there are days when I question why I said that I could do this, but you know, just got to work through those.
Yeah, you're gonna have an off day. I mean, like you can never, like no one's ever at 100%, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
just can't beat yourself up.
yeah, it's good days and bad, but it's going well overall, and I whenever I work on it, I just wish that I was doing traditional
Uh, w would you mind if I ask you what you're drawing it up on?
Procreate. Procreate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Procreate's great, like don't get me wrong, but there's something about feeling the art underneath you physically that I've been obsessing over recently.
It's just find my results are so different. I have like a different set of brushes on Procreate, and some of the pages I've been making on Procreate look so much different
Mm-hmm.
than my traditional work. Like it's almost like somebody different drew it. And I've been pulling in a lot of uh, I've been cheating like with some photo references and stuff. Like there's a few scenes where I've been tracing things for
Mm.
like backgrounds and stuff just to get to that next level of detail. Because I was just reading about some of the manga guys and they all do that. They will unabashedly trace
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, I know a lot of mangakas do that as well. I mean if it's your photo, you know, what how much can I say? But yeah. It does streamline things, but I feel like I've got to check myself to make sure I'm not, you know, like what is it called? Not handicapping
Plagiarizing.
myself, but like using it as a crutch.
Mm,
I'm going hog wild on these on these spot blacks. I need to calm down. Carl, you give me 10 minutes and I think I'll be good to go.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can bust out this monster.
Not to rush you.
Oh no, that's fine. I think I've been on here long enough. I think we went over what we said we were gonna.
Yeah, I was shooting for an hour, hour and a half, and we just got to talking. But that's a good thing. I think this one turned out well. So
Why not? If there's one thing I could talk about at nauseum, it's probably comics.
yeah, well, it's a good thing I think to be able to just get on here and gab. You know.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself. I definitely, like I said, let me know when the Flash episode's happening,
Yeah. Well, now I feel
and
like we gotta do it.
I'll be there, and I'll start advocating for it.
Well, it sounded like Ben had some CW Arrow fan art that he wanted to do. So
I would love to see that, honestly.
Jerry says, literally using Procreate as we speak. I'm getting roasted live.
How how do you get roasted?
What are you drawing, Jerry? If you don't mind me asking. I shouldn't have done those lines just now. Those are bad. That's what the whiteout's for.
Right. Just trying to throw some spoilers.
We're in the deep focus now, guys. Yeah. Actually, Carl, since I have you on here, I haven't talked to
Right.
anybody about this yet, but
Okay.
I thought about having these more often, and not me hosting them necessarily, but like if we had like a Friday night, drawing session, it might give more people an opportunity to get on here because I realize like 2 nights a month is kind of, especially when the groups are small. Um, I would like to have more people, have the opportunity to get on here. And I think it'd be fun, even if they were just like low stakes, little drawing sessions like this.
I I think it'd be fun. I'm really enjoying myself, and the discussion is fun, and definitely it just yeah, it is like finding out whenever everyone's available, maybe on a weekend,
Yeah, maybe.
or something, or do a drink and draw Friday or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, maybe like a Sunday or something. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't go out anymore. I bet there's like kids steering that are like they're like Friday. It's just Friday. Like, what is this old man? Like, what is yeah, but yeah, I definitely think it's a great idea to keep doing this. It's great practice too.
Yeah, I think it definitely like makes you realize like if you're like good or not. I think if you can like draw live, I think that's like a more impressive thing to do in front of people. But
Well, I think we've established that I'm bad then, but
what do you mean?
that's
I
why
your
that's
RoboCop
that's
turned
why
out
I'm
really great.
teaching. That's why I'm teaching.
No, no, don't. I'm not gonna have negative self talk on my streams.
Okay. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
No, I
I
thought your
appreciate I appreciate
RoboCop
the
turned out
kind
great.
words though.
Yeah,
No, I appreciate the kind words. That goes a long way. Giving people compliments and stuff. It's important to stay positive. I don't. I try to project a very positive environment, like when I'm teaching and stuff. Like I want
yeah,
people to feel like empowered when they leave. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like I don't want anybody to go home and feel like crap.
yeah. I think
Because
that's a good.
there's
Go
so
ahead. Sorry,
there's
I didn't mean to
there's
interrupt you.
enough stuff in life to make you feel that way.
Yeah,
You
for
got
sure.
work, you got your job, you got your home life, you got there's all these things.
Yeah, I think the group really projects a pretty positive um outlook in general. Like I think we got a lot of really nice people on the Discord, and
I agree with that.
it's just a good vibe.
Yeah, I mean, like that's like kind of why I want to interact a little bit after the show, meeting everybody. It is a really great group of artists, and everybody is really nice and really, as you said earlier, everybody's really free with their information. Nobody's really trying to hold anything back.
Yeah. I have been neglecting comments, but I'm finishing up, so I'll look at them real quick before we get out of here.
All right, sounds good.
How's your thing going, Carl?
It's a thing.
We'll take
No,
that.
hold on, let me,
If you need a few
I'm,
minutes, I can look
nah,
at
I'm done
comments. You
here.
sure?
We're
You sure?
done. We're done here. I'll put it
Okay.
up. We're done here. Uh, that's it there. Kind of a watercolor monster.
Let me give you the
There.
big screen. Very nice. Yeah. Can you turn it sideways?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. That's
That
awesome.
better.
That looks
Thanks,
like
man.
a. It reminds me of like those old Final Fantasy enemies.
It does. It reminds me of like a He-Man characters.
Yeah, I like it. Um,
Thanks.
Let me see these comments real quick. Jerry's drawing anime BS, trying to get that Twitter clout. I get it, man. You got to stay on the
That's
grind.
that's awesome.
That black fill looks made good on it. Thank you, thank you. Puff effects look ace. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, we got some good drawings in today. I'm happy with this little session. Well, Carl, I think it's about that time. It's 2
All
minutes till
right.
9 o'clock.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
And
But thank you so much for spending the night with me and you know, hanging out, talking comics. It's been fun.
yeah, yeah, no problem. I had a blast. Thanks for having me on and drew some
Absolutely.
really goofy stuff. Got out of my comfort zone a little bit, which is
No, it was
which
great.
which is always fun to do. Yeah, and I had a blast talking to comics. I hope everyone takes care and go eat 10 hamburgers and go
Yeah.
do 14 jumping jacks or whatever.
Well, Carl, I change my sign off every week, so I feel like this time we got to go. We're not healthy on three to
Okay.
end the stream. If you're down,
Okay. I'm down.
cool, cool. Everyone, thank you for watching. Join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube, check out the winner of the Draw This in Your Style challenge, and follow us on Instagram. All the links are in the description. And tell your friends. Thanks for hanging out for 2 hours, drawing along. I appreciate each and every one of you. And 1, 2, 3.
We're
We're
not
not
healthy.
healthy. There we go. All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right.